You're listening to the Snyder-Collin Podcast, presented by FPP Broadcasting. This week's episode sponsored by Alienware computers.
They're heavy.
They're really heavy. That's the main draw.
They're heavy-duty tech.
Yeah, they are.
They do what needs to be done.
Damn.
Perfect.
That was a real motto. They do what needs to be done. It's like a real alien species. They'll exterminate the human race if they have to. They do what needs to be done.
President, oh man, yeah, as you can see when I'm on today, just like we on every other day, go get it. Get to the bag, music, cool kid trap music type shit, I'm a rare individual, cut off your hand if it's killing you, you gotta stand on your tippy don't take, I got cool like a booty, she give me tank, then I sleep on her booty, bought me a house, turn that bitch to a cutie, I'm flying.
Anyway, hello and welcome to the show.
Howdy.
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
We're joined by a special guest this week. It's about time you've been on the show.
Thanks for having me. I know I've just been needing to find time coming out with you guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
We are on your time. We've invited you every single week.
Whoa.
30 weeks in a row you've said no.
That's a lie, Jacob.
Yes, it is.
For nearly the past year.
But it's okay. The past. We're here today.
Yes, you're right. This is Raphael Mora. Good guy. Class act. We work with him at an unspecified restaurant.
Yep.
In Tallahassee, Florida. So yeah, that's pretty great.
Did you train Raphael when he started working?
He did. It was day one.
Oh, that's right. I trained you as a busser.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What?
I was thinking of serving for whatever. I like to pretend that the busing years never happened.
So, Raphael, what was your first, thoughts of Jacob? You're, going to work at this restaurant. Maybe you're a little nervous. You're a little curious. And then, it's this guy.
Yeah, it was my first job, and I was like, I didn't really know what to expect. I only knew Ken going in there. Burroughs was there, and everyone seemed pretty nice to me, and Jake was like, yep, this is what we're going to do. And he just told me to grab a bus tub and follow me, and that's pretty much how it went.
You're just like, oh, okay, this guy is peculiar.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. Just grab a bus tub and follow me and everything will be all right. That's what I said. Just like that.
I remember one of the first questions I asked Jacob because of his beard. I was like, dude, how old are you? And I think you were, 17 at the time?
Probably, yeah. About 17.
And I was like, damn, I didn't even know we're the same age.
I didn't see it. It's crazy that we are the same age. Or it used to be crazy. Now it's not because I know you.
Mm-hmm.
But at first it was pretty weird that we were the same age because I was like, damn, he looks significantly older than me.
Yeah, what's with these 17-year-olds growing beards? I couldn't grow anything when I was 17. I had some, curly sideburns, and that was it.
I don't know. Something in the water.
The water?
Yeah.
That you've been drinking?
My parents fed me Miracle Grow. I don't know about you, but they actually fed me plant food.
I don't know. And growing up in New Orleans, they probably did have something in the water, just made me grow hair from everywhere.
You're right.
that bayou water.
Oh, God. The swamps. The wetlands.
Swimming in the swamps.
Yes.
It turns you into a hairy beast.
Yes, you have to have hair to fight alligators. And I know that you fought alligators, Raphael.
In a past life?
Yes. All right, well, I want to start off the show with a surprise for Collin.
Yeah, what's that?
And you, Raphael, you can be a part of the surprise too. It's not addressed to you, but you can be in it. We have mail, Collin.
Oh,
yes,
we got mail.
Yes.
This is a rare occasion. I'm excited now.
I know. It's let me see if I can pronounce his name correctly.
It
is by Alex R. Garcia 61 at yahoo.com.
Oh, I think I know her.
I think I do too. This is a crazy thing. I think I've slept with her, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We have a crazy fan here.
Yeah.
Once you get the Jacob D, you get the fever. It turns into a stark, raving mad lunatic.
You're right.
Something to do with his sperms.
Oh,
they're sour. They're evil. He's got evil sperm. What does the question say?
Yeah, good. Let's move on. Hi, she says. I have a question for Mr. Snyder-Collin. That's how she addressed that.
Okay.
Alexandra. Mr. Snyder, if you could only watch one Marvel movie for the rest of your life, which movie would it be? But this also means that you can't see any new ones either. So,
is she...
So, in your... Wait, what was the question?
is she specifically just referring to MCU movies or anything that says Marvel on it? Like, does this
that's a good
include
question.
X-Men, stuff like that?
We'll say it's all Marvel films. Like,
Okay.
it's Sony owned, Fox owned, Universal owned. If you want to watch The Incredible Hulk for some reason, which why would you? Why would you ever want to watch that more than 3 times in a row? She also says, Mr. Collin, same question goes for you, but for Stephen King films.
So you're Marvel and I'm Stephen King.
Yes, but we'll answer both.
Okay.
And obviously Raphael will chime in with his answer to both as well.
And I can't watch any other Stephen King adaptations
Correct.
to come in the future.
Correct. And the It movies or 2-parters, whatever, they don't count. They do not count as one. They do not count as one.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't watch like the miniseries and be fine because you have to watch one episode of the miniseries. Each part is its own movie, as goes for any movie that has multiple parts. Okay. Love Alex with a bunch of X's. She's my girlfriend. We're gonna drop that bit. She's my girlfriend. If I keep this bit going for too long, I'll be in the doghouse. So I love you.
All right, I already got my answer.
I have my answer too, because I've read this email over 3 days ago.
You've had
yes.
time to study. See me, I'm just coming up spur of the moment.
Well, see, I did come up with my answer spur of the moment as well, but it hasn't changed.
Well,
So
all right.
yeah. What's the answer to your question, Collin?
If I could only watch one movie based off of like a Stephen King story or anything like that, and apparently the miniseries don't count.
Each episode of the miniseries counts as one, so you have to watch a specific episode of the miniseries.
I think I'm gonna go with Stand By Me.
Okay.
That's the one. That's just like a classic movie. It doesn't have anything supernatural in it. Just a good coming of age story. Have you ever seen Stand By Me, Raphael?
I haven't.
It's like it's basically it, but with no like supernatural things to it. It's about these kids in the 50s who like walk on this train track for a few days because they hear that like one of their classmates is like dead, and they think that like he got hit by a train or something. So they go out there to like see if they can find his body. And it's just great. It's like, like kids like smoking, cussing, like basically the kids from It, but with no supernatural stuff. Yeah. It's a great movie. It's like a good coming of age story. It's got Will Wheaton in it. It's got Corey Feldman. So it's a great like teen boy movie. River Phoenix is amazing in it. So yeah, one of the best Stephen King movies ever.
Yeah, I have to check that one out.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Seen a few of Stephen King's movies.
Stand By Me, it's great because it's based off one of his stories, but he's known for like The Shining, It,
And Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery, all those supernatural stuff, and Stand By Me is just like a solid like coming of age drama.
Okay. Yeah, I like that description of Stand By Me. I would watch Shawshank. That's mine. For Stephen King.
That's another great choice, but dude, Stand By Me, I can watch that like every day. Like it's not as heavy as Shawshank.
Shawshank's heavy, but then it's not heavy at the same time. It's like a great ending. The ending, it's one of those movies where like you go throughout the entire movie and it just pounds and pounds and pounds on you. And then like that ending is fucking awesome. It's great and it brings you back up. You're like, okay, there's a silver lining right there. It's great. Beautiful.
If you haven't seen The Shawshank Redemption, Raphael, we highly recommend it.
I don't think I have.
You son of a bitch.
That's a good one. If you're ever around it, definitely check it out.
I think we have the DVD. I've just never got around to it.
Yeah, it's another Stephen King movie, but doesn't have anything supernatural in it. It's just about a guy who's falsely accused for murdering his wife and is sent to prison. It's where the Morgan Freeman narration comes from. It was the first one to do that, have Morgan Freeman narrate.
Yeah. That movie set the status quo. Like, every movie that you've ever seen that he narrates and shit.
That was the first one.
Yep.
He's also a character in the movie, so that's why. He's not just
not just randomly Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Narrating. Yeah, he is in the movie also.
But yeah, I'll have to check it out. I know it's really popular.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you have any particular favorite Stephen King movie or anything? Or
probably The Shining.
The Shining, yeah. The Shining's a awesome movie, dude. You gotta love Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Sulem and I, it was her first time watching it not too long ago. I think we watched it on Netflix. It was good, but it wasn't as good as I remember it being.
Really?
Especially the end, where he just freezes in the maze.
You don't like that ending?
No, I don't.
Just cuts to him and he's just like, he has like his bottom like lip out. He's just like,
The Shining is a great film.
yeah.
It's a deeply layered film. It's actually about the Native American Holocaust.
It's also about the moon landing too.
Yeah, it's also about what are the other things that was? There's like a documentary on Netflix called Room 237, I believe. And it's a documentary about conspiracy theories about The Shining. Like, people basically just tell you what they think The Shining is really about, and they are fucking insane. They're the worst conspiracy theories ever. They're terrible. None of them are probably true. There's probably a little bit of truth to, like, everyone, and kind of like that there's elements of that in there, but
it's a fun watch though. As
it is,
ridiculous
it's cool.
as the theories are for The Shining.
I like watching a good conspiracy theory.
And like it's nice because they are very observant. The theories are neat, and you wonder like what that particular thing in the movie really means. But most of it's probably just not true. Like,
how does it reference the moon landing? Do you remember?
I do. So room. All right. So in the book, The Shining, room 217 is the room. You know what I'm talking about? It's the room of
That they were
lust,
saying.
basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, like it's room 217 is the lust room, right? Like that's kind of like where Jack sees the woman.
Yeah, it's the one where Dick tells him not to enter. That's the one where like evil spirits are like in for whatever reason.
Yes, and that's a real room, room 217. In
The Stanley
same-
Hotel.
In Colorado, right?
Yeah, it's a real room
Yeah.
that's really haunted that Stephen King stayed in. But in the movie it's 237 for whatever reason. It's directed by Stanley Kubrick, so if it's a number, there is a reason for it. Whatever it is, I don't know. But they say that the room in the movie represents Stanley Kubrick's, like, I guess, regret or like his deep dark secrets, because Stanley Kubrick worked on 2001: A Space Odyssey, and he uses a lot of camera tricks and shadows and angles and stuff like that many cite as the proof for the fact that he helped fake the moon landing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The broadcast.
Yes. And
specifically.
Yeah, yes. With like forward shadowing and stuff like that, like different things, I guess, like that, like different, I don't know what the specific lighting effects are,
and
but
like viewers, like, because in the movie the little boy Danny is wearing a sweater with an Apollo rocket ship on it.
Yep.
And what is it, like a ball like is rolled towards him or something from room 237 or two? Oh my god,
gee whiz, that was
was that a poltergeist?
I think so. Yeah, something like that happens. But
he's drawn to room 237, and like there's like octagonal floor patterning on the floor, and like he's walking towards it with like the Apollo shirt, and someone watching it was like, "Oh my god, it's the moon landing!"
Yeah, and like 237 could mean that like
the miles away from the Earth to the moon.
Yes, the Earth is roughly like 237,000 miles away from the moon, which make that what you will. I don't know, but people say that that's the room that represents Stanley Kubrick's, I guess, like
staging
doubts or demons. Yeah. And also I think there's like an anagram on like the tag of the door that says moon room. If you look at it a weird way, that there's no fucking way that's true.
Damn, some people just have too much time on their hands to just sit through and dissect the movie and be like,
exactly.
It's really a stretch just to be like, okay, like, yeah, sure, those are points, but
yeah, the interesting stuff in that documentary lies in we've talked about that documentary so many times on this podcast.
Yeah,
it's a great documentary though. It's great in that it's batshit. But they talk about like the number 42 shows up a couple different times in the movie. Like there's 42 cars in the parking lot, which is a weird thing to count, but like there are, and like it appears a couple times in the movie, like a couple different times. Too many times for it to be a coincidence. But yeah. And the yellow versus red Volkswagen Beetle. What are you talking about?
Me?
Yeah.
Um,
Tell me about that.
what? Like,
I don't know what it
in
is.
the book, the character Jack Torrance, he drives like a red beetle or something like that. And in the
Mhm.
movie, like, Dick O'Halloran's like on his way to the mountains or whatever. He's like coming across a car wreck, and it's like the car that's smashed is like the red car from the novel or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's Stanley Kubrick's way of going, hey, Stephen King, this is my fucking movie.
Who does he think he is? Ryan Johnson or something to J.J. Abrams?
Subverting expectations like
Yeah.
that? Jesus Christ.
So for Stephen King movies, we have The Shawshank Redemption from Jacob, Raphael with The Shining, and then me with Stand By Me. All classics.
Yep.
All worth watching.
Yep.
All nominated for... No, never mind. The Shining wasn't nominated for any Academy Awards.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
The Shining was, however, nominated for Worst Director at the Razzies.
Really?
Yeah, the first year they were like 5 nominees and Stanley Kubrick for Worst Director for The Shining.
Interesting.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could make an argument because he's such a dickhead about the source material. Like, the book is nothing like the movie, and Stephen King hates The Shining, the movie. He hates it.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's warmed up.
Despises
He's
it.
warmed up to it now. Now
I
that
think
it's been
over
like,
time that people have realized that it's a work of genius, but like, in compared to his work of genius, which is the book.
the book is a lot more character driven, and like you really get to know like their backstories, and like the movie is kind of just like a shallow version of it. So the book and movie are kind of like different things.
Would you say it's not about the characters? It's more about the hotel itself?
It's more just about like the way the movie's like made and like how the scenes pace out and stuff like that. Not like the terror is like unleashed.
Yeah.
But it's the hotel that's driving him crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the hotel
That's built on the...
or it's American Indian burial ground.
Mhm.
Yes, and there's blood like flows out of the elevator shaft, right? That presumably goes into the basement, which is again one of the symbols said like it literally is blood is coming out of the ground, like, and it's built on an Indian burial ground. So it's like that's your American Indian connection. Realistically, blood flowing out of an elevator is a pretty striking image.
Yeah, I
for
think
a
that's
horror director, so you would use that. Like that's what you do.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite shot in the movie.
Yeah.
Just the blood. It's not even coming. You know,
It's coming out of the side?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because
weird.
I used to think that the doors opened and blood came out, but then after watching it, I realized the doors are closed the whole time, and it's just like spewing from like the outside. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's a weird, unsettling fucking scene. It's cool though. I first watched The Shining in Colorado.
Really?
Yes.
In a hotel?
No. In a condo. But same thing.
I first watched The Shining in my room because I bought the DVD from Target. I was like, I want to watch this.
Where did you first watch The Shining?
I first
Raphael?
watched it with my parents growing up when I was little. I was probably around like 5 or 6 years old watching The Shining.
Damn, that's
Jesus.
young. That's young.
Yeah, growing up, my parents, as long as they didn't have sex in it or anything, they were cool with me watching it. So I grew up watching like Child's Play,
Oh yeah.
and Michael Myers, things like that.
Yeah, me and Raphael are huge horror fans. Not so much as Jacob. Jacob is like slasher movies, Child's Play. Jacob's a bit more highbrow.
Fuck you.
My parents were the same way though, as long as it didn't have like sex and boobs, and they didn't care.
Yeah, same.
They were like, yeah, you can watch it.
Anyway, let's move on.
What was your answer for the Marvel movie?
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
getting to. I was going to
Gotcha.
ask you guys though. So what's y'all's answer for this Marvel movie
Well,
fiasco?
I guess really it's just asking what's your favorite one.
Pretty much. Well, if I kind of view it as this, like you can only watch one for the rest of your life. What is it?
Damn it. You know what? I'm gonna go with Avengers Infinity War Part 2, because I gotta see how the whole damn thing ends.
Okay, well you're allowed to do that.
Hasn't been made yet, but it's like, might as well see how it all ends, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like picking any other MCU movie would be kind of like redundant.
You know, what's your choice, Raphael?
My choice is the original Deadpool movie.
Really?
I'm sorry, not Deadpool. I was going to say the original Daredevil movie.
Really?
I was just kidding.
Oh my god.
Ben Affleck?
That would have been a shocking answer.
I'd been like, hey man,
Wow.
I used to watch that.
That's wild.
I know. I enjoyed it growing up as a little kid, but then after rewatching it recently, it's like, oh, this is garbage. But
Well, you know what the most garbage scene in that movie is? Can you guess what the most garbage scene in that movie is?
let me hear it.
It's the
I think-
playground scene. It's the
In the be-
playground
in the beginning.
dance fight scene.
With Electra.
Oh, with Electra?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the worst scene in that entire. It can be completely deleted. It adds nothing to the movie. The director's cut of Daredevil actually isn't terrible either. There's a subplot of him defending like a piece of shit person. Not really, but he's like doing lawyer shit.
Mhm.
What he is. He's a lawyer. I think you should watch him do lawyery things.
I had the
not bad.
Daredevil soundtrack on CD, and I used to listen to Evanescence on it. Wake Me Up.
Wow.
Yeah. You know that song, right?
Mhm. Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
Save me. Yeah, I thought it was fucking cool. I had the Daredevil soundtrack.
But man, growing up as a little kid, I enjoyed that movie. But my real answer would probably be Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually probably what mine would be too. If I had to be a movie that I'd already seen, either that or the first Spider-Man
Mm.
with Tobey.
Wow.
I feel like picking
None of you guys chose my answer.
I feel like picking Avengers Infinity War Part 2 is kind of a cop-out because it's not even a movie that I've seen.
Well, you can choose. She said that you can choose one that hasn't been released yet.
Damn. So yeah, one of those three.
Mm-hmm. I would choose Iron Man. The first Iron Man. Because I
I
think...
thought you said Spider-Man.
No. I would choose Iron Man because I was more thinking like MCU movies when I made this thought. But anyway, I think that like whatever movie I go watch, like whenever I see Iron Man on, I will watch Iron Man. Like I'll finish it because it's good. Like it's a good movie.
It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I remember going to see
great.
that.
It's great. And I think it might be it's probably the best MCU movie out of any of them. Thus far, none of them have really topped it at all. Avengers is good. The Avengers is really good. I should say that. Age of Ultron's fine.
Dude, how pointless is Age of Ultron now?
It's so pointless.
Dude, the whole second phase of the Marvel movie is pointless.
You know what? The Winter Soldier actually is pretty good.
All right, other than that, every other MCU movie, like Thor: The Dark World, Iron Man 3.
All right, Thor: The Dark World could be It's not even a trilogy. The Thor. There's two movies. It's Thor: Ragnarok and Thor. Thor: The Dark World was like a weird SNL skit that should have been cut. It was way too long. It was like 2.5 hours long. It's not funny. It tries to be. It's not. Kat Dennings is in it.
You know, Raph, Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, I'm really behind on my Marvel movies. I haven't watched the second one yet either.
You haven't seen the second one? It's not as good as the first one, but it's pretty decent. It's okay.
Yeah, see, it's on Netflix now, so I'm going to have to get around to it. But I don't think I've seen Iron Man 3 or any of the new ones. I haven't seen Thor either.
Get the fuck off this podcast.
Iron Man 3 is not really that good. It's fine.
You don't need to watch it if you want to like catch up with.
Although I do want to see the newer Spider-Man movie.
That one's really good. I really enjoy that one. It's definitely the best Spider-Man movie since like Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, since Spider-Man 2. I'd say so.
He's great. The new Spider-Man. He's really something.
Yeah, I remember you telling me he plays a really good Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
He plays a good Spider-Man and a good Tobey Maguire.
He
does a very good job playing Tobey Maguire.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid though.
Yeah, he's likable. You like him.
The first Iron Man, like, I guess.
Shut the fuck up. I like it. Okay, I like Iron Man 1.
I guess
it's
so.
Jon Favreau's best film by far.
I'd
It's
say-
Robert Downey Jr. at his best as Tony Stark.
I'd say
The action is killer in it.
I'd say
What is this? An episode of Movie Fights? The action is great in it. The Iron Man suit looks the best that it looks in any of them. Yeah, hot take.
I haven't seen the first Iron Man movie in just such a long time.
Well, you know what?
I used to watch it a lot.
Me either. I think I've only seen it once or twice back when it first came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's a great film. You guys should check it out. Again, Iron Man 1's great, okay? Fuck you.
What do you guys think of Gambino being Spider-Man? Like, how cool would that be?
Oh, that would have been cool.
Like
You
being Miles Morales.
Or, well, you remember during, like, that time where The Amazing Spider-Man was announced, there was a fan campaign for him, like, for Donald Glover to be Spider-Man. It was called Donald for Spider-Man. It was a very innovative name. But, the hashtag was rolling around, Donald for Spider-Man, whatever, all that. I don't know if it was really a hashtag. But, he was the fan favorite to do it. Fans were pretty split on it, but, like, I think most people wanted him, and then they casted Andrew Garfield. Nothing happened, so. And that's why, like, with the whole, like, Miles Morales thing, after that, a couple comic writers were like, man, it would have been cool if we could have done that. Like, that would have been great. We should just make him into a comic character, basically, and just give him a different name. So they did that. And that's why Miles Morales exists.
Speaking of Spider-Man, have you seen the Venom trailer?
I haven't.
It's not very good.
It's terrible. It's not a good trailer.
Yeah, we have a Venom movie coming out, Raphael.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it has Tom Hardy playing Venom.
It's like nothing really happens in the trailer. Like, that Tom Hardy gets chemotherapy, and that he rides a bike. And that's it. Those are all the shots.
We should look up the trailer.
You should look up the trailer. It's terrible. It's not terrible. Okay, let me rephrase. It's not terrible.
It just doesn't really show you anything. It's just
No.
kind of like, I don't know if this movie's going to turn out to be that great.
It was, it was fine. It was a fine trailer. I wish they would have shown Venom. That's all you got to do. Just show a big old hand with a big old
black alien-looking hand.
Not like a black hand. Not like, I don't know, Luke Cage's hand. Okay, like, you don't need that. Just alien-looking hand.
I don't like the idea of Venom being like an anti-hero.
Well, he is a lot of time.
Yeah, that's what he is.
He is because of Carnage. They wrote Carnage to basically make Venom an anti-hero. Because, like, Carnage is so bad that even Venom's like, whoa, that guy, huh? Like, wow, what a dickhead. Jeez, let's chill. He's just crazy. I'm evil, but, like, that guy is fucking evil. That's what Venom says in that voice.
Yeah, we're watching the trailer right now.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. Pretty boring for a Venom trailer. You're like, wow, why is this a thing? In a minute, once you're done watching that trailer, we're gonna end up discussing a little film that you watched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That we watched last week that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We still got to talk about that.
What? The Cloverfield paradox?
Particle.
I'll give it away. Oh, yeah, the Cloverfield particle. The God paradox. The Cloverfield paradox lane. 10 paradox lane.
Was that really it?
Yep.
Oh, you watched it. Yeah, see, it's like, oh, cool, nothing
Isn't that
really
pointless?
happened. He was just shaking on the bed.
There are a lot of memes at that, too. Of him shaking on the
Yeah,
bed.
116.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
116 when I can't come up with a good comment.
When you nut and she keeps sucking. Isn't that fucked up? I read that. I didn't make that up. Promise.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So I want to see Venom go, like, against Spider-Man. I don't want to see him be like, oh, he's actually a good guy deep down. Like, no, fuck that. I want to see him and Spidey,
Smack each other on the
smack
ass.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, just like that. I want to see them going after each other. But I hope the Venom movie's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be great. It's Tom Hardy. It's rated R.
I'm tired of movies, guys.
Me too.
I'm tired
Do you guys just want to talk about life? Wait, okay, what do you think about the Cloverfield paradox, Raphael? You watched it. I made you watch it. I'm sorry about that.
I'm glad you told me to watch it because I enjoyed it overall. And Sulema and I were watching videos last night on how the three movies are connected. And Collin, I don't see what you hated it for. It wasn't too bad.
It's because I'm bitter and cynical.
No truer words. No truer words. You are bitter and cynical. You're bitter and cynical.
I'm a bitter old man.
Yeah, you are.
To me, like, the movie, like, it just did nothing. Like, it didn't have like a cohesive like ending or anything. Like I feel like it was very forced to like try to work it in with like the Cloverfield monster at the end. And just like the forced villain, like the girl who was in the wall, like she turned out to be a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
The guy back on Earth, like teaming up with this little girl, like that never really went anywhere. Had a lot of interesting ideas, but I feel like they didn't like focus on anything like thoroughly enough to where it was like satisfying.
Well, then you had the entire plot explained to you in the first 10 minutes of the movie from the conspiracy guy.
That was pretty like out there, just like, oh, beast from the ocean, demons. So I was like, oh, okay, that explains Cloverfield. Like anything goes because of this particle accelerator.
Yeah, I don't know. I find that very boring. It's just like, really? Like, that's it. That's the explanation for all of these movies now. It's all been explained.
From a particle accelerator in space.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to like Cloverfield Paradox, but I mean, I'm glad you liked it, Raph.
Did you guys see there's another one coming out?
Mm-hmm.
Overlord, a World War II film. Some allies, let me give you the synopsis in my own words. Deep in the heart of enemy territory, allies march toward a Nazi camp. But soon, they discover supernatural forces are at play, part of a Nazi experiment.
I hear it's going to be zombies.
Probably.
The Nazis are... I'm guessing like the Nazis are resurrecting their troops. That's a cool idea. What does this have to do with Cloverfield? Nothing.
Hot take. That is a great idea. Call of Duty did it like 10 years ago. Nazi zombies, bitch.
That's a video game.
Yeah, so what?
But it's the same concept. It sounds like if they are going to do zombies, not the whole Nazi zombies thing, it sounds like they just ripped it from Treyarch.
You know what? Nazi zombies has a better storyline than any of the Call of Duty campaigns.
This is true.
Wait, Nazi Zombies has already been done. There's like a German film series about them. I'm trying to... Dead Snow? I think that's what it's called. Dead Snow. Yeah, it's been done before. Back in 2009, there was a horror, like, horror Nazi-related movie. But
when did Call of Duty World at War come out?
World at War, probably like 2008, 2007. It's a Norwegian film.
Yeah, well, sorry, but Call of Duty World at War came out before Dead Snow, so Dead Snow ripped off Call of Duty.
Oh, man. Like, I mean, how could they resist? Like, I don't blame them.
It was really popular at the time. It's so pretty popular, but Call of Duty is just dead now.
Is Call of Duty dead?
Oh, yeah, it's dead.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Advanced Warfare. They didn't even show you how many people were playing online anymore because the servers were just so low populated.
Well,
that's sad.
It's not the most popular shooter. Definitely not. Especially with Call of Duty World War II, you know? You also had other flops like Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost after Black Ops 2 is when it just went downhill.
That was a forgettable-ass game. Ugh. Remember Modern Warfare 2?
That was the good old days.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You get the intervention sniper rifle.
I wish we would have all known each other back in the day.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
We would have been the best of friends.
I would have been like, who are these children? I'm a teenager.
Yeah, I would have been
but they're pretty cool,
I'm 10. That's what I would have said. Me and Raphael.
I would have been like, and I'm 14.
Yep. Man, you're old, Collin.
Yeah, I was going to say, Collin, are you that much older than us?
Yeah. I'm 23.
Man, you're like a loser. No, just kidding. It's a joke.
How
100%
old
kidding.
are you?
I'm 19. We'll be 20 this year.
Okay, you're both 19, right?
Yeah,
I was thinking 18.
Yeah. How old is David?
David, he's 23. He just turned 23.
Oh, so he's a little bit younger than you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man. How old is Drew?
22.
How old is Ernest?
23.
How old is your mom?
My mom?
Just kidding. Don't tell me that. You don't have to tell me.
She's at
That's it's never nice to ask a woman's age. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. Even if they're like 20. You're just like, how dare you?
Yeah. How dare you? I'm 56.
How fucking dare you?
It's like, geez, you look great for being 50. I would have guessed 29. Some of the moms of where we work, they look pretty good. Or so Jimmy tells me.
Yeah, Jimmy. It's always Jimmy. who's just like, damn, dude, did you see that MILF?
Jimmy does say that a lot. It's bothersome. It's like, hey, shut up.
Dude,
like,
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's like, dude, really?
And then you like look behind, and you're just kind of like, God, Jimmy.
Jimmy was the guy like growing up where like most of your friends are like, yeah, dude, like I never experienced this, but like your friends, you know, you got your group of friends, and you're like, man, yeah, like I'd fuck Billy's sister or whatever. Yeah, she's in college, or I'd fuck yeah. And Jimmy's just over there like, I'd fuck Billy's mom. And then we're like, oh God, that's Jimmy. Stop. Like, quit that. You quit it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to an older woman.
You're not wrong, Collin. It's just when it gets to a fascination point, you know? Jimmy has followed people on Instagram, mothers on Instagram, who he has served.
Yeah, he told me about that.
Yes. One that I served the other day. And I was like, why? Like, why would you? No, stop.
Follows mothers? Hey,
James.
It's his right to be an Instagram user, to follow who Jimmy pleases.
Jimmy has not been pleasing anybody. Other than himself. And his girlfriend. This is weird.
So,
Nazi zombies.
So, Raphael, me and you are pretty big gamers over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone who shares similar video game interest.
Yeah, I just wish we were on the same console more often.
Yeah. I mean, you have like the Alienware now, and I have a Nintendo Switch.
But I'm still using the Xbox more than my PC right now, just because that's what I got Dragon Ball FighterZ on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was playing Dragon Ball Fighter, and like, I don't know, I feel like I'm already burned out on it a little bit.
Oh, right, just a little bit?
Yeah, just like games in general. Like, really.
Oh, maybe you just need to take a break from it, or maybe you just need someone to play with.
Yeah, I was playing with David, and he was whooping my ass. I was like, God damn it. Dude, David always beats me in games.
Really?
Yeah, every single time.
Is it
every
bad?
Game.
Almost perfection, or?
No, he's not like that good. But just any game, no matter what it is, if it's multiplayer, he ends up like beating me somehow.
Some people
like
just
decisively,
like,
or
huh?
Decisively so, or what?
What do you mean decisively? No,
I mean, like, does he beat the shit out of you, or?
Nah, not really.
Does he beat you like
we
like
played,
you owe him money?
We played a lot of like Smash together.
Okay.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, in the screenplay for David's new episode of something, I suggest we play Smash, and that has never been a sentence I've ever said in my whole life.
That's something that's like what we say. Just
yeah.
Hey, we're hanging out. Want to play some Smash?
David's projecting his own views onto me. I've never once been like, hey, you guys want to play some Smash? I've never even played Smash. Why would I ever do that?
I wish you'd played Smash, Raphael, because I know you're a huge fighting game fanatic.
Yeah, I've never played Smash. Speaking of Smash Bros, though, did you guys see that it's going to be at EVO again this year?
Really?
Yeah, and Marvel vs. Capcom is not going to be at EVO.
Really?
Yep.
Probably because it's not good.
No,
Infinite. It wasn't a good game.
The numbers did okay, but just Dragon Ball. I think this year's lineup at EVO is Smash Bros, the original, and then Smash Bros for Wii U.
Well, you're probably thinking Melee.
Yeah,
for
Melee.
GameCube. Yeah, that'd be the one that they'd have for tournaments for sure.
Yeah, even the people said that if they remade Smash Bros. Melee, they don't want it. They don't want to play a remastered one because they're so used to the frames on the classic.
The speed for Melee and everything. Like, people are obsessed with it, and for good reasons. It's a classic. The one for Wii U was solid though. Brawl is the one that like isn't going to be at any tournaments ever because they changed like the physics and everything. So like characters are like more floaty and like slow.
Oh yeah, I've seen some gameplay on that one.
Yeah, and in Melee it's like super quick and everything. Have you ever played Smash, Jacob?
No, I haven't, but real quick.
Wow.
Raphael, explain to me what... Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
You know I run this podcast, right? Raphael, explain to me what EVO is. I don't know what that is.
EVO is the biggest fighting game tournament of the year. I think it takes place during the summer, and it's in Las Vegas. And every year there's 8 games. This year there's the 2 Smash Bros, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball, Blaze Blue Cross Tag, and a couple more. Anyways, people travel all over the world to compete in this tournament, and there's different prize pools and things like that. Yeah, people come. A lot of the Street Fighter players fly over from China and Japan just to compete. Yeah, it's really big. I think it takes place over a weekend. Fridays are your pool play, Saturdays your tournament, and then Sundays are your top 8 grand finals.
That's dope. What's pool play?
So pool play is just it's because there's so many people, they have to fight through to see who can even make it to the tournament. So you'll fight through your winners and losers bracket. If you lose 2 rounds, you'll get sent to losers.
Gotcha.
And then if you lose in losers bracket, you're out of the pool play.
So anybody can enter?
You do have to pay to enter or spectate. But the prize pool is, I think last year for Injustice, it was over 100 grand.
Jesus Christ. It's got to be good.
Dude, people are way too good at video games.
I believe it.
They train their whole life just to go to EVO.
That's insane.
It's like, a new game comes out and everyone's just good at it, like, immediately.
Yeah, I don't know if you keep up with any professional fighting games, but there's this new guy, Sonic. Well, he's not really new, but Sonic Fox has been taking over the scene.
Fighting games or players?
Oh, the players.
The players, no, I can't say that I do, but I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
Who's like the best
for which game right now?
Let's go with. Well, is there just like one guy who has like a monopoly? He's like, yeah, I'll kick your ass in Street Fighter 2, kick your ass in Smash. Just started picking up Dragon Ball Z, or is there no one that really like crosses over to like multiple game series?
Well, recently the one guy who I can think of that stands out the most is Sonic Fox. He started on Smash Bros. Melee, and then he went over to Mortal Kombat X, and he got really big at that one. He won his first tournament there. It was his first major, and then he went over to Injustice 2, and now he's playing Dragon Ball Z, and he's arguably the best player on Injustice 2 and Dragon Ball FighterZ right now.
Does he have a YouTube channel?
He does.
Okay. I can't imagine being like that good. Just being like, yeah, I've won awards for being really good at a game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know.
I want to know. I want to know how they do it.
His story is pretty funny.
Like, how are they able to just like spend that much time like focusing on the game?
Like with practicing and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it does take a lot of practice. But Sonic Fox, I was watching his story or whatever. And he was saying how growing up, his mom would take him to these tournaments, but they didn't have enough money to keep competing. So his mom was like, hey, this is going to be the last tournament for a while. And I think he ended up winning like $30,000 off that tournament.
Holy
fuck, Jesus.
And then he was like, well, Mom, looks like we're going to more tournaments. And ever since then, he took off and he won a lot of Mortal Kombat tournaments, which led to Injustice. And now he's on Dragon Ball.
I think the studio that did Dragon Ball FighterZ, I think they're the same studio that did Guilty Gear.
I think Dragon Ball was Bandai? Was it?
It was for a while. I don't think Bandai
did the new one?
Yeah, I don't think Bandai did that one at all.
I don't know.
Bandai Namco. They're a cool company. Did you ever play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm?
I did.
Dude, those games are fun. I used to play with my friend Cal's house back in the day.
They were fun for the story mode, but I just couldn't get behind mashing B to do everything.
Mashing B, or what about like the 3D fighter? That's not like 2D traditional, like just like a big like open like arena.
Yeah, I didn't mind the 3D fighting games especially from playing Tekken, but the Storm games are cool. I like the animations of the Ultimates.
There's a lot of them. I haven't played one in a bit, but the cutscenes whenever you like pulled off like a special move, those were pretty awesome.
Were done really nice. I think I have all the Storm games.
Really? Were you guys big Naruto watchers?
No.
No.
Were you, Raphael?
I was extremely back in the day. I had Naruto posters all over my room. I had a kunai headband.
I can see it, dude. I had a headband too. I don't remember which one though. It came with my season 3 box set.
Did you have? Was it a real metal one?
Yeah, it was metal.
Yeah. See, I just had like the cheap plastic one from Walmart.
Oh,
it was
really?
like the little sand.
Mine was metal. I went through a little Naruto phase. The best arc is when they're doing the, what's it called?
The tuning exams?
Yeah, the exams.
That was the best arc.
And then, like, what's the one with what's the guy's name? The girly boy with the mask?
Haku?
Yeah, Haku. Mm-hmm. That was another cool one. He's in, like, that, he, like, makes that dome thing.
Yeah, the crystal ice mirrors.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Jacob, watch some Naruto. Fuck Yu Yu Hakusho.
You're a bitch, Collin.
Just watch the original Naruto. Naruto Shippuden is it's okay, but it gets really stupid after a while.
I would not ever watch Naruto Shippuden. Like never. Like no, I just watch the old Naruto show and that's it.
Yeah,
I've asked Alex about Naruto a little bit, and I don't know. She doesn't really give it the time of day. I don't think she's like, it's fine, but Dragon Ball's better. I'm like, okay,
oof.
Yeah, I would say so. Well,
Raphael is over here disagreeing. I think
they're kind of the same in like sense like fighters. Dragon Ball Z is more like focused on like aliens, where Naruto is focused on like
chakra.
Yeah, chakra, like ninja and stuff like that.
I enjoyed both. I watched them growing up, but Jacob, before I leave today, we have to watch the Gaara Rock Lee fight. We got to show it to him.
The Gaara Rock Lee. Dude, Rock Lee, he was one of my favorites because he was just so weird looking compared to everyone else. And he had no like special like powers or anything. He was just like a normal guy. Yeah. Rock Lee.
Rock Lee. Like Jet Li.
Where can you watch Naruto? Is it on Netflix?
You can just... It is on Netflix, but just because it's so old now, you can watch it on YouTube.
YouTube, right.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's old. Like people just post it? Or what?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can you do the same with
legal?
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know how legal it is, but people are even uploading the new Dragon Ball Super episodes every Saturday at 5.
That's how David watches it. Our friend, Honestly Dav, he just watches it on YouTube.
Oh, wow. That's probably piracy.
Yeah, Collin, I was telling Jacob the other day how it was so slow at work that me, Hayes, and Ryan just had time to watch an entire Dragon Ball Super episode outside.
I've talked to Hayes about Dragon Ball Super. I know he's a big fan of it, and he said it's pretty cool.
He is, yeah.
Can you watch? You can watch a lot of this anime stuff on YouTube. You know, I'm a little sick and tired of anime, kind of. I have to explain myself though.
Yeah, you do, because I was gonna ask you to.
Like, I don't think I'm interested in watching any like new anime shows. You know, like something about the animation, it's not as cool as like Dragon Ball Z to me.
Fair enough. I mean, you know.
And just like, I think it's the fandom. Like, it's kind of exploded.
It has exploded a bit.
Like,
it's
like teenagers and young people are like way more into anime than they were like 10, 15 years ago.
Well, the anime group, like at school, or like those, you know, it was always like the weirder kids and stuff. And like, I didn't like pick on them or anything. I wasn't, you know, I was pretty weird in my own right, so I didn't really have anything to say. But now it's kind of like, oh yeah, like anime is cool. It's in.
It's accepted now.
Yeah, it is. And like, it's almost, I don't know. Maybe it was better off when it was kind of more
low key.
Yeah.
It is a lot of mainstream now.
Yeah.
Collin, I do have an anime though that you might like, since you said you didn't really like the newer style of graphics. You should look up Kill la Kill. They use original graphic design.
Kill la Kill?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard of that. The name sounds kind of familiar. Is it a magical girl anime?
I didn't finish the whole thing, but I do know it's about these girls that fight in a school with these like mech suits, and they give them their powers.
Mech suits in anime, baby. That is quintessential anime. Japanimation.
Did you ever watch Attack on Titan?
I did. I finished the first season, and then I did not jump on the hype train for season 2.
I didn't even finish the first season. I remember it being kind of cool, but just kind of like lost interest after a while. It was a little too much.
I think that's what happened to me too.
Yeah, it was too much with like the characters. They were always like giving out these like long ass monologues. It was a little too like heavy, I guess. I don't know. I just remember like characters always like screaming and just being like, okay.
I watched a couple episodes of it and I was like, this is not for me. So I turned it off. It was not for me. I've I had something anime related to say. I forgot.
Oh, you gotta remember.
Yeah. One Punch Man, I guess I can say that.
I've seen a few episodes of that. It was pretty cool.
I've seen a few as well. I haven't finished it. Have you watched it all?
I've only seen the first episode. And
first
I remember
episode's really good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but no, I haven't gotten around to watching it.
I just think he's too strong. He's like Goku, but never can be defeated.
I think that's the point, though. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's like, it's
like his dilemma. He wants to find like a person that can like match him, but nope, it's just one punch and it's over.
Yep.
And because of that, he's like sad.
It's an interesting concept. I think that like, there's a lot of meaning behind it, and like you've got like, what is it, like environmental issues in one of the villains. Like, it's a satire. It's superhero satire in the way that like the villains are really fake and like over the top and silly and making fun of comic books in a way where it's like, I'm Crab Man. I ate too many crabs and then I turned into a crab man. And it's like, no one is serious in writing this. No one sat down and was like, yeah, Crab Man, that's fucking menacing. Like, no. And then there's the one that he kind of looks like Frieza, the one at the beginning-ish of the first episode.
That giant like green thing.
I think, maybe. Yeah.
Like
I thought he was blue, but I'm colorblind, so it doesn't matter. But he's like an alien person. He's like, I am all of the world's pollutions built into one man, and I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you now and destroy your planet. And then he's like, no, you're fine, not. Fuck you. And then he hits him in the face and, kills him.
Yeah, that he's done.
Yeah. But like, it's just silly like villains. One Punch Man is interesting. It's an interesting show. I would be interested in watching more of it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Because I think it's, I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, I agree. It's just okay.
Yeah, it's everybody's freaking out about it, It's the big thing.
See, that's the thing when talking about anime. There's so much like hype and like annoying kind of like fandom to it. To where it's just kind of like, is it really like, are these shows like really like that awesome and stuff?
There's a new one on Netflix called Devilman Crybaby, which I would be interested in seeing because it looks fucking insane.
I think I saw that in my recommended last night.
Yeah, it looks pretty rad. Yeah, it's something else. Yeah. Everybody says it's like the most fucked up anime they've ever seen in their lives. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of another like, it's like a X-rated anime or something called like Genocyber. Apparently it's like really fucking violent. Yeah, Genocyber. Government experiments loses control of a monster they created from two psychic sisters. Have you ever seen Elfen Lied?
I have seen Elfen
Dude,
Lied.
I've seen the first episode. That's fucking crazy. Like, psychic chick who's like making everyone's
with the pink hair, right?
Yeah, and she's like making everyone's heads explode and stuff, and she's like naked.
That's a great anime.
Have you seen the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
I just watched that first episode, and I was like, whoa.
Did you watch it recently?
A few years ago.
Yeah, you should definitely go back and watch it. I really enjoyed it.
It's good.
That one and Claymore is another good old anime.
Claymore? What about Inuyasha?
I watched that growing up.
Yeah,
on Adult Swim.
When it used to come on Adult Swim, I remember Alex brought it up. I had a few of the manga volumes. I got them for Easter.
Someone explain Inuyasha to me because I've heard a lot about it, but I don't know what it's about.
Okay, I can explain just I think, Raphael, you can back me up on this. All right, so it's about this girl named Kagome.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in modern-day Japan, and basically, like, what is it, like her grandfather's house or something? Like, basically this demon, like, comes up out of, like, a well, basically, is that it? From her well, from outside, and she pulls her down the well, and she ends up in, like, ancient feudal Japan, and she comes across this half-demon named Inuyasha, and he wants to collect the demon shards, which I guess is, like, part of, like, some jewel or whatever that's been shattered.
So I know what Alex explained this to me once.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he wants to get the demon shard so he can become a full demon. And basically him and Kagome fall in love. And that, would you say that's a pretty decent?
Yeah, and then he just goes through fighting other people who are also trying to get the demon shards as well.
Yeah. So yeah, Inuyasha.
Does he end up getting all the shards and then at the end he's like, I don't want to be a demon because I love you. And I reject demonhood.
Probably.
I don't remember how it ends.
Yeah, me neither.
If I could write it, that would be how it ends.
Inuyasha is kind of cool. I feel like it gets a bad rep as being like, oh, it's like corny and like kind
because
of
it comes
lame
on
romance.
Adult Swim.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. Naruto also gets kind of a bad rep.
It does, but it's almost rightfully deserved.
You think so?
Yeah, especially with Shippuden, just how shitty it got.
Were you a big Sasuke fanboy?
Growing up, I was,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I was more of a Gaara Rock Lee fan.
Have you seen Fooly Cooley, Raphael?
FLCL, yeah, back in the day.
I haven't.
I love
so,
FLCL. We talked about that on the last podcast too with Alex. This is basically a rehash of the
Last
Alex
episode?
episode. We're talking about even more anime, and now she's gone. She's gonna listen to it and be like, "What the hell?" We talked about anime for like 1 minute.
Yeah. I mean, we asked Alex about it. Hey, speaking of, you never asked Raphael his interrogation questions.
Yeah, my fire questions.
I only have 4. All right, so
That's fine. You can do
don't
it.
even think. All right, Raphael, favorite hip hop artist?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. All right, good choice. Good choice.
That's the only question. Moving on.
All right, so Kendrick Lamar, favorite childhood movie?
Damn, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. It can be animated. It can be live action.
Let me skip that one. Let me
All
get
right,
back to you
skip
on
that one. All right, I have 2 more. These are much easier. All right, Freddy or Jason?
Jason.
Really, I got to go with Freddy. Freddy all the way, dude. Freddy.
Just going through your nightmares.
Yeah, man. Jason's cool. I like the look of him and his machete and everything, but I was never crazy about the actual movies. The Friday the 13th movies.
I agree with you on there. I did watch more of the Nightmare on Elm Street ones, but like you said, I think Jason looks cooler.
He looks cooler for sure. But did you ever see Jason X?
I did not. That's they remade him, right? Or like
it was like, I guess it was like the 10th Friday the 13th movie, but it's basically the one where Jason's in space and he has like the metal mask and everything. It's ridiculous. It's got like androids and some androids in it. That one was really ridiculous. Have you played the Friday the 13th game?
I have. I enjoy it.
Have we talked about it before at work?
Don't think so.
I played a little bit at my friend's house and like I couldn't really get into it.
It's only scary really like the first or second time you play it, but then it's just more fun messing with Jason.
Have you defeated Jason?
I have. I got the achievement for it.
How did you do it?
So what you do is someone has to go into Jason's mother's house, grab the sweater,
and do the ritual.
Yeah,
like Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah, you have to have Tommy Jarvis in, and then you have to have someone with the baseball bat, and then someone, whoever the female character is wearing the sweater, they go talk up to Jason, and then I think they shoot Jason to knock him down, or they stun him with the axe, and then you just go and press A on him. But the game is so glitchy that there was a point in time where it wouldn't work for a while.
It's hilarious because that's so like movie accurate. Like all the little details, like Tommy Jarvis wearing like his mom's sweater. Whenever Jason sees like a woman that looks like his mom, he kind of like freezes up a little bit. So, all right, last question: Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
I'd have to really think about that one. A part of me wants to say Cartoon Network, but I feel like my heart belongs to Nickelodeon.
You're a Nickelodeon kid growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely watched a lot of Cartoon Network too. I didn't watch Disney Channel.
I wasn't really too big into Disney either, but I did watch a lot of both of those networks. But just Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo.
Powerpuff Girls was a really good show.
It was.
That was an awesome show, and I hated it when like people thought it was like a show for just girls. Like, nah, that's bullshit. Powerpuff Girls was awesome.
It was.
Is that on Netflix?
I think, it was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it still is.
Of course.
Jacob, did you watch any Powerpuff Girls growing up?
I did, actually, quite a bit.
Yeah, see, you liked it too, didn't
Yeah, it was
you?
awesome.
Yeah. Like,
I used to be embarrassed about that too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, oh, you can't watch Powerpuff Girls. But really, it was like an awesome show. Like, it was like boys and girls could enjoy it.
Yeah. Boys probably more so.
Yeah,
I would say.
Because there was like crime fighting and everything.
Yeah, like it's a thing that appeals to boys. That's a cool show. I'm willing to bet that the percentage of boys who grew up watching Powerpuff Girls significantly more woke. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Significantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess so. I'm sitting here being like, both genders can enjoy this.
Yeah, blew your feeble mind.
The coolest villain was him. The Red Devil guy who's like, I'm gonna destroy you, Powerpuff Girls.
The one who resembled Satan. I think
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo was my favorite.
He was the classic one, and
He
then
is the
there's like
classic.
the Osmosis Brothers.
Yeah, and then
or
they had
whatever
like
they're
the
called. They're,
redneck ones, like who would always be outside with the banjo.
Ooh, I don't know if I remember that one. I used
They
to
were
wa-
pink.
I used to watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
That was a good show.
That was a good one, but rewatching it when you're older, it comes off really like hyper and like ADHD and like annoying. But as a kid, I loved it.
Oh, back to your question though, my favorite movie. It's not really a child movie, but it's what I watched all the time growing up. Jeepers Creepers, the first one.
Yeah, those are ones that I watched a lot too. We've had discussions.
We've had discussions about Mr. Jeepers Creepers himself.
And boy, was he a creeper.
Yeah, wow.
Yikes. Have you seen Jeepers Creepers 3?
I haven't. I do want to go watch it though.
I hear it's trash, but you want to know what's weird? It takes place in between the first and second movie. Because you know how the creeper has the cycle?
Yeah. So, was it the end of the first one or the end of the second one where he was locked up in the barn?
That's the end of the second one.
Oh, okay.
So the third movie takes place in between the first and second one. And it's called Jeepers Creepers 3. So if you want to watch them in chronological order, it goes 1, 3, 2.
That's dumb.
It is dumb, but it's just like, wow, what a strange decision.
You see, yeah, that's disappointing because at the end of the second one, he was like, I want to know what happens. Does he break free or what? But now we're never going to get an answer because I heard that movie flopped too.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of like trash. But the first and second one, they were fun movies. I think I liked the second one more, which I know is like blasphemous. But I love the beginning scene where the boy's in the cornfield and the creeper's up on the scarecrow stand.
Yeah,
He keeps
and he comes
looking
to life.
over at him.
Mhm.
That was an awesome scene. And I liked the whole bus setting.
Yeah, I
know,
do too.
It made it a bit more relatable, but the first one, Jeepers Creepers, that's a good one too.
The truck scene from
See,
the beginning.
That is a good one. You can just see his like big ass like
The brown
rusty
truck. Mhm.
brown truck coming up from behind them. That's actually a great answer because those were kind of like horror movies that a kid could watch. Like, yeah, they were a little inappropriate, but like it was just like a silly monster movie when it came down to it.
Yeah.
And they don't make movies like that anymore. They don't make monster movies. When they do, it's like The Mummy or The Shape of Water, which is about to win like 13 Academy Awards.
Damn, did you guys see the new Mummy?
Go fuck yourself, Collin. No, but we reviewed it on the podcast anyway, even though we hadn't seen it.
Did you
It's
see
the first episode?
Have you seen The Mummy, Raphael?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Not the new one.
I know Carol saw it. I found that out yesterday at work, and
What
I was
did
like,
she say?
"You saw it in theaters?" And she was like, "Yeah, I love Egypt. Like, of course I'm gonna go see it." And
What? I love Egypt?
Yeah, she loves Egypt.
The country?
Like the,
It's just scenery.
the Egyptians, like the mythology and like, pharaohs, ancient Egypt.
She's like, I'm a
She's
sucker for mummies.
She's like, yeah, I love modern day Egypt. I love everything about it. Like,
I love that it is currently in the midst of civil war.
Yeah, I love the war-torn country. No, like ancient Egypt, and
Cool.
she was like, no, it wasn't good. She brought up the whole Russell Crowe thing, and she was like, I wasn't expecting like the cinematic universe aspect, and I was like, yep, they canned it.
It's not been canned yet, but it will be. It'll be canned.
They're gonna rebrand The Shape of Water as the Dark Universe first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's most likely gonna happen.
I have some questions for you, Raphael.
Okay.
Myself. Actually, no.
You can ask-
I Googled 250 unique rapid fire questions. We're not going to read all 250.
I want
Some of them are
to
dumb.
answer two, but Raphael can go first.
All right. Yeah, I'll ask you some. All right. So, Raphael. Let me sit up for this. If you could be any animal, what would it be and why?
Probably, I'd have to say a great white shark. It'd just be awesome, swimming in the water all day, and you're top of the food chain.
That would be
Okay.
badass.
All right. Collin. What color is your toothbrush?
Pink?
Really?
Yeah, I like pink and white.
Cool.
That's actually a weird question. Like, I
Yeah.
had to think. I was like, what the hell color is my toothbrush?
Yeah. Raphael, who's your favorite cartoon character and why?
My favorite cartoon character.
Ooh. That's tough. That's really, really tough. There's so many great
You know what?
ones.
For
I
right
asked the
now, I'm going to
hard-hitting
go ahead and
questions.
say Rick from Rick and Morty.
Okay, all right, that's a good answer.
You're a big Rick and Morty fan.
Yeah, me then
You're wearing a
t-shirt, the
Szechuan.
That was a topic that I was going to close the show on, talking in depth about season 3, because we haven't actually talked in depth about season 3. Have you seen season 3?
No,
Collin?
I haven't seen all of it.
That would be why we haven't talked in depth about
Raphael
it.
just gave me the most concerned look.
All right, Collin,
Yes.
are you a morning or a night person?
A night.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I know you fucking answered that, you dickhead. Collin, do you have a song? Oh no, I'm not gonna ask you that.
What is it?
No, shut
I
up.
want to know.
What is the most interesting thing that you have in your purse/wallet? And I know that you have a purse.
in my purse? A bunch of tampons. In my wallet, I have this Honestly Dav business card.
Oh, I have that too.
So here, you know what, Rap? You can have this.
Oh,
It's yours. There you
Thank
go.
you.
That's what it was for. It was meant to be passed down.
did someone give this to you at work?
No, it's a friend of the pod.
Oh, okay.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, he had business cards made because I
Yeah.
guess he's better than us.
He's part of FPP Creative.
He is part of FPP Creative.
Check it out. Check out his videos. Me and Jacob are in a few of them.
All right, Raphael.
Yep.
What is the worst job you've ever had? No, just kidding. That's not what I'll ask. Raphael, describe the perfect kiss in 3 words. I love that I asked this. God, I'm funny.
The perfect kiss in 3 words. I don't fucking
All right,
know.
I'll do it.
All right, Collin, describe the perfect kiss in 3 words.
All right, soft.
Okay, that would have been mine for
Yeah,
my first
soft.
one too.
Uh,
I know mine. I know what I would do.
soft, wet, and warm.
You know what? Mine is a variation of those things. Soft, moist.
Nah, I like it wet, like soft, like
How did you guess that? How
A
did you know I'd
sopping-
say
a
moist?
sopping wet kiss. Because kisses are more moist. They're not really
Yeah.
like wet, unless
It's-
you don't keep like a bunch of water in your mouth. You're just like have it spill out and be like, I'm ready.
And warm would be the third, because you don't want a cold kiss. What are you, kissing a salmon?
Yeah,
What are you, kissing a rainbow trout
Kissing
right out of the river?
Are you kissing a corpse?
That's
Maybe.
different than what I said.
It's necrophilia,
Oh,
Jacob.
God. Raphael, if you could be any flavor of ice cream, what ice cream flavor would you be?
Don't say
And
vanilla.
why?
That's the worst possible choice.
Also, that's racially weird. If you,
Um,
vanilla.
peppermint mint, like the green mint ice cream.
Oh, like mint chocolate chip?
Yeah,
or-
mint chocolate chip. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
because
and
you're
because
always
it's my favorite.
fresh.
Yeah, and always fresh.
You're always fresh.
He's always fresh, but he's not afraid to dip into that chalk a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I don't. I don't know.
I
what I'm
think I
saying.
do.
God, gross. All right, Collin. All right, describe yourself in 3 words.
Damn it, fuck, and shit.
Okay, we're gonna do a different one for you. If you could get a yacht, what would you call it? That's a weirdly worded question. If you had a yacht,
But a yacht.
what would you name the yacht?
Poo. I don't know. Probably Apollo.
Went from poo to Apollo very quickly.
Call it the SS Snyder.
Raphael, what store do you shop at the most?
Does Amazon count?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I would say
but
that too.
honestly, I'm at Walmart a lot, which is really,
That's a physical store.
it's not a good place to be
You
all
know
the
what?
time.
No, it's not. Is it?
Especially
That's a bad
the one
place to be.
over on my side of town. It is so bad. It's gotten way worse over the past couple years.
Describe a trip to Walmart for me.
So I'll just be, park the car, like just trash everywhere.
The Parkway.
As soon
right?
as you walk
Yes.
out of the car, it's shit.
Yeah, as soon as I
It's a
step out the
landfill.
car.
there's always people in the parking lot too.
Yeah, oh yeah, there is. Like I smell weed like 9 times out of 10 just getting out the car. And then just the laziest fuck people there, just in their pajamas, like riding around their little cars. It's just trashy people to be there, and it's just
makes you want to die.
It does. It's like, do I really need to be here?
Hey, dude, Target's a little bit.
It's a little bit more, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a little bit further down the road. Not as many like trashy, creepy people.
Sulema loves Target, but I'm really just in and out, and it's closer, so I'll just run into Walmart.
It's cheaper too.
Yeah.
Target's not all that it's cracked up to be.
No, I like a good walk around Target though. It's fun. They have better
Yeah.
toys, which I am a grown man, and I like toys. I was actually in Target yesterday with Alex, and I was like, "Can we walk through the Star Wars section?" I rarely ever buy anything in the Star Wars section, but I just like to walk around and look.
It's nice to see what they got. Have you seen the kids' toys recently? How expensive they are?
God damn, yeah, they are expensive.
There's Collin. I don't know if you've seen, but Sulema and I were looking to get a gift for Emma, and there's these like pet dogs or whatever now, where you can feed it this fake candy or whatever, or fake food, and then it will shit out something. And I think it's like $120.
Jesus,
Fuck.
why don't you just get a real dog? Right? Just get a real one, and then you get to see real shit.
Yeah, gives you real poo.
Yeah. They're not $120 to buy a dog.
No, you can get a dog for $100. Sometimes you can find them for free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
you're
go to
right.
the pound, or you can go outside and find one.
Steal a dog. You could just steal your neighbors.
You want to hear the most ghetto thing? I know I've shared it on the podcast before, but I want to tell it to Raphael when I went
Yeah.
down to Jacksonville, which we both agree is just a dirty old city.
It really is.
It's terrible.
I haven't been to Jacksonville enough to really judge it like that.
It's dangerous,
Jesus. Really?
Oh, I have a funny experience after Collin's son to
Is it
share
the
on pod.
is it the hotel?
It is the
one?
hotel.
Well, all right. So where my sister lives is called Springfield. Like all the houses there are like over 100 years old. It's a pretty cool neighborhood, but it like ranges from like people who have like renovated these houses and they're like wealthy and like or quote unquote young professionals, as my sister puts them, or gay couples. That's another thing. A lot of gay people.
Young professionals is a term that gets thrown around a lot in real estate. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Like
'Cause,
wealthy young people, basically.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, how do you get I'm a young professional server.
We're
Like,
not rolling in the money.
No, we're not. And like the plaza at Tallahassee, like the tower down there at Clayman Plaza. You know what I'm talking about? The one that you pretended to walk in the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are places where people live.
Yeah, those are condos. Yeah, they're
God
super
damn.
fucking nice too. Like Alex and I and her mom went up there and visited one, and the real estate agent that was showing us around was like, "Yeah, a lot of young professionals live here."
It
I
doesn't
remember
work.
thinking, like, "What is a young professional? What do you do? Like, sell crack? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you a hitman?
No, they're just a young professional.
At what? Professional what?
I don't know.
Basketball player?
I don't know, some job, like high class state job that no one wants or aspires to have.
Fair enough.
I could be a professional vapor.
Yeah, you could. Are you working on that, Raphael?
A little bit.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. I've been putting most of my time in the Dragon Ball Fighters recently, though.
As anybody would. Anyway, carry on.
So like the neighborhood ranges from like, oh wow, like nice renovated houses to like straight ghetto. And my brother and my sister's husband, we were all walking to the gas station because they were going to get beer. And the gas station is like one of those ones that have like bars on the windows.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
like,
about.
Like
Mhm.
pretty like rough
They have
gas
to
station.
hand you your items through the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So we were leaving and we looked over and there was just like a German Shepherd like wandering around the neighborhood. And I was like, God damn it, dude. That's one of the most like ghetto things I've ever seen. Just like kind of a crappy part of town. Oh, there's just a German Shepherd dog. Maybe it belongs to someone, maybe it doesn't. It was like it was visually stunning.
You described to me earlier that the only dog that you're afraid of is a German Shepherd.
Dude, they're big dogs.
Yeah, there's a lot of big dogs too, though.
German Shepherds. My friend Sam, he had 2 of them.
Wow, good
And
for
they
Sam.
were huge and loud and intimidating. But sometimes you gotta conquer your fears, you can't just keep running away from your problems.
It's all on how you raise him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you
You
should
should-
see a stray German Shepherd walking around in Collins instance in a sketchy neighborhood, I guess I'd be gonna stay away from that dog.
I'd be afraid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey,
I have a feeling it wasn't
Cujo.
I have a feeling it wasn't just someone's dog. I feel like it was like a stray.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Cujo.
Yeah. Dog would probably run up to you, take a chunk out of your neck. Yeah. So what's your Jacksonville story.
A Jacksonville story. All right, have I told you about the Jacksonville story, Jacob?
Probably, but you tell me
share
as
it
if
with the
you
pod.
haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sulema was having this business meeting in Jacksonville, and it was pretty early in the morning. So we just decided, we'll get a hotel, spend the night in Jacksonville. It should be fine. And so Sulema, she finds this room, and she's like, "Hey, it's only like $80. Is this cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. The pictures look nice." And so we get there, it's right off the interstate, and there's people standing outside, asking for money and things like that. And I'm like, "Oh well, no, that's already not really a good sign."
No.
And so we check in, we get to the room, and there's we're about to walk in the room, and this lady's like, excuse me, and she just looks super sketchy, and I just ignored her. I'm like, whatever, we don't have time for this. And then they had a group of people just hanging outside, like right next to our room, just drinking and everything, being really loud. And I was like, whatever. So we get in the room. The room wasn't too bad. The bed was nice. That's about the nicest thing that was in the room.
Nice.
And just the service and everything there was terrible. We just needed the Wi-Fi password so we can watch the Overwatch League. Have something to do over there.
Yeah.
And I called from the room phone. No one answered. I called from Sulema's phone. No one answered. So we had to get 3 phones and call the front office at the same time to get this guy to answer.
Whoa.
And he just must have hated his job because he'd answered the phone before and just hang up on us.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Now that's hospitality.
Jesus.
That's what you want at a
That's
hotel.
amazing.
To be ignored.
Yes.
And I guess the area was such in a bad place that they had just recently built a police station right there next to it. So all
shit.
throughout the night we just heard sirens and sirens. And I decided to look up at the reviews on the hotel room, and someone had got shot and murdered.
What?
Outside our hotel 2 weeks before we stayed there.
What?
God damn.
Yep.
Jesus.
I thought you were going to say in our room.
But no, just I really did sleep with one eye open that night. Every little noise that was outside, I woke up, and then I think it was around 4 a.m. I woke up I heard someone screaming, saying, "Give me back my pills," or something like that, outside our door.
Damn.
I didn't tell this to my sister or any family members, but the same thing happened to me when I was sleeping, because I had to sleep on the couch, and I heard some people yelling, and someone was just like, "I'll shoot you."
Yeah,
And I was like, holy shit. Like, I was just silent, and I was like, all right, waiting for a gunshot. It didn't happen, though, but I didn't tell my sister or anyone that, because I didn't want them to be like, oh.
I thought your sister, isn't she in, a really nice house?
Yeah, but the area is still, shady.
My God. That's
Jacksonville
crazy.
has several places that you need to watch out for.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Now I know. Dear God. Wow. I don't have a Jacksonville story. I went there for a Florida State game once, and we won, so it was a good trip for me.
I mean, not all parts of Jacksonville are bad.
Yeah, you got
Just
some nice places.
city parts are just kind of rough.
Yeah, the main city, it's just it might as well be one big homeless shelter.
My God.
You go over the bridge, and then there's the bus station and stuff, and that's where really it just looks like
the
a dump.
Greyhound bus
Yeah.
station? Yeah, I've been there, and once you step off, dude, drifters are just they want money and cigarettes or a bus ticket.
Damn. They wouldn't let us shoot a music video there, is what you're saying.
No, we got lucky the one time we did it in the Tallahassee Greyhound, but
Isn't that crazy to think about? We
Yeah.
did that.
Did you guys have to ask?
No.
No.
We just did it.
I mean, did we have to? Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when Dope just was like, we're gonna walk on this bus right here.
Yeah, that's what
I
we
remember
did.
that too, yeah. And he was like, yeah, we're just gonna do you think we can get on the bus? I was like, sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Yeah. Why would we not be able to get on this privately owned bus without asking?
Without a ticket.
Yeah. It's not running. It's off. Sure. That was a fun day.
Yeah, that was a fun day,
That
actually.
was a great memory.
You know,
And then we saw Doctor Strange later that night.
Yeah.
Wow. With somebody. We saw that with
old Della.
we didn't see it with
No,
Della.
we didn't see it with Della.
We saw it with you can hit the vape on the pod.
Oh, cool.
I don't care.
I just didn't want to murder.
Blow it into
anyone's
the
ears.
mic. Just blow it into the mic. Whoa. Blew us away.
All right, and we are back on 3,
No,
2,
we're already back.
1.
We're already back. I already brought it back.
Oh, we are?
I brought it
Okay.
back for Raphael's vape.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We're back.
The vape smells like cotton candy.
It's a lychee raspberry.
Mmm.
Got it. pretty stagnant in here. The air is very still.
If you keep hitting it, it could really like build up.
It could fog the room up. Ooh,
Yeah.
we should do that. We should turn off that light and then have the laser get shown. Yeah, let's do that.
Ah, dude, that would be cool.
Yeah, let's do it. Hold on.
Do it, Jacob. Do it.
I will. You dig it.
But yeah, Collin, when I'm just playing video games, and every time I die or something, or if I'm in Overwatch, if I die, or if I'm just waiting for the match to start, I'll just start vaping. And yeah, next thing I know, the whole room is just
Whole
hazy.
room is fucking hazy.
You should be able to vape in this.
Yeah, you can already see them.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Hey, do you still hold on to Ryan's vape?
No,
Whatever happened with that?
I don't know how he likes me talking about it, but no, I got tired of holding on to it for him because
I don't blame you.
I just wanted to give it back to him. I was like, hey man, it's just sitting here. Can you take it? And he was like, oh no, my stepmom, she doesn't like it, and so he just took it back. But I think his stepmom ended up throwing away all of his vape stuff, except for
is this
his
Ryan
tug.
Nicholas?
Yeah, Nicholas.
Yeah, damn, it sucks.
Yeah, his dad didn't care too much about it, but his stepmom was just like, no, not having it. You're gonna get popcorn lung. I think they threatened to take him off the insurance plan.
Jeez, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we saw that with.
So, Jacob, hit us with another rapid fire question.
Oh yeah, that's right. If your plane was about to crash, who would you want sitting next to you?
Sulema, easily.
Yeah. I would want Collin sitting. No,
Oh,
just kidding.
God
It'd
damn
be
it.
Alex all day long. Collin, who would you want sitting next to you?
Let's go with Jim Carrey.
Okay, well,
What, you want Jim Carrey to die?
I was about to say, yeah, let's take the question a little deeper. Yeah, if we have that person sitting next to us, we're
wow.
also ending their life as well.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, it's very considerate of you guys to just be like, you're dying with me.
Yeah, so can I have Donald Trump sitting next to me?
So Donald Trump.
That's
That's
damn. Yeah, that's a good answer actually. Damn, Raph. That's solid. Some solid shit right there. Man, Raphael's a smart boy. Collin, you're an idiot. Jim Carrey, what are you trying to kill the star of the
you
Truman
can have
Show?
some good laughs. You can make some goofy faces.
He could probably save the plane. I want Tom Hanks because I feel like he could probably pilot a plane.
Or if it does crash, you can cast away with him.
That's a good point.
He's done it before.
Get it?
Was that a drill?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So, Raphael, I see you have a Szechuan sauce shirt on.
I do.
Obviously, a reference to Rick and Morty, a television show that premiered on Adult Swim, probably 2011. Yeah,
Maybe
2013,
2013,
yeah.
I think.
Why not? What do you think of the newest season 3, of Rick and Morty, the one latest to premiere?
It was okay. I enjoyed some of the episodes. Like, I really enjoyed the Pickle Rick one. It had potential, but I feel like they kind of just rushed it out.
I agree.
I know they took, 2-3 years
Yeah.
to make it. It just didn't live up to season 1 and season 2's quality for me.
I agree with you. I agree. I think that, it kind of sucks that, a season that they spent so much time on felt rushed. And it makes sense, though, when you look at, interviews and tweets that Dan Harmon sent out. He talked about how they were taking such a long time with it because they didn't want to fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. And I get it, and I feel like it just got filtered down too much. They thought too much about the jokes, and so a lot of the jokes weren't that funny because they weren't natural.
There's probably a lot of creative differences too.
Probably.
I used to go up to you at work, you too, Jake, and I was like, dude, there's a rumor that Rick and Morty season 3 isn't even going to happen. And I feel like that was kind of this case for a while, considering there was such a long gap between season 2 and season 3.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that season 4 is promised to be a bit longer?
Really?
Yeah, than the 3rd season.
Interesting.
I just think that the show blew up to the point where no matter what they produced, it wasn't going to live up to anyone's standards.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that it has the anime effect that Collin was talking about, sort of
Yeah, it does.
everybody got into it and it got popular, and
the fandom, dude, the Rick and Morty fandom had a huge backlash.
yeah, they did.
Towards the end of the summer,
Yeah,
because of the Szechuan sauce incidents and all the memes and everything.
Yeah, and I think people just got tired of it. But like that's not a slight on the show. That's more of a slight on the fan base as a whole. I don't hold the show accountable for that. That's not.
I think I know what the issue is too.
What?
Because like Rick and Morty has a lot of like deep themes and stuff with like philosophy and like life is like pointless and meaningless.
I feel like season 3 lacked on that.
It lacked on like the deeper moment stuff.
Well, I would say that it didn't lack on the deeper moment stuff. It almost went too far into it where like it's on the nose what they were saying. Or like beforehand the stuff was subtle. And it was like, oh, like also Rick's a nihilist.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you
like,
had Rick pretty much trying to kill himself, and I remember now, I forgot about the Vindicators episode.
Yeah. And like it was subtle beforehand, but like in episodes like the Vindicators episode, like Pickle Rick, oh he's a dickhead and like he doesn't care about his family or whatever, like all that stuff, just episodes more toward the early half of the season. The early half had like 3 episodes there where I was like, I do not like these. I don't care. Like, including Pickle Rick, I think at first, because I saw Pickle Rick and I was like, this is just so over the top for me. And like, I don't know, it just wasn't that great. But then like you get the great ones where the one that takes place in like the Rick and Morty verse where everything's a Rick and Morty, and it's like, oh, what's new? Just Rick's killing Mortys or whatever.
Oh,
and it's just it's an elaborate police brutality joke and like stuff like that, like things like that are subtle, but also fucking hilarious.
I'd like for us to get more of the Blitz and Chips episode.
Yeah,
that was a good episode.
Yeah, because those are my favorite ones where it's just like
Rick and Morty
skits, or like it's a really simple premise, like the one where they're locked in the house because there's like the parasite that keeps like producing false memories.
Was that Total Recall?
Yeah, Total Recall. The Blitz and Chits ones with like Roy. Well, the first half of that, because then after that it goes on like a big like adventure with like the weird gas.
Yeah, played
galaxy.
by Jermaine Clement.
Yeah,
yeah, he's great in that though. That's a bit of an homage to Flight of the Conchords.
Tiny Rick is another good one.
Yeah.
Whatever. What's that episode called, Raphael? With Tiny Rick? A Rickle in Time?
No, it's when they went to go kill the vampire at their school.
That's like the sub plot. That's like the bare minimum. They're like, who would have thought it was
Mr. Nosferatu? Yeah. Coach Ferratu.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We remembered at the same time. And it's like, seriously, his name was Coach Ferratu? That's what Ferratu.
One of my favorite jokes is when they're having the party and Summer's about to close the door and Bird Person, just like his foot blocks it or something, and he just goes, "A beacon was activated. Who's in trouble?"
Here, Jacob, can you go ahead and give us your best Morty impression?
Just
on the spot.
Man. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, Rick. Oh, jeez. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's all I got.
You nailed it.
Thanks.
I'll do.
You can do a Rick.
Right. Morty, just shut up, Morty. We're gonna have to kill you, all right? It's all right. It's gonna be okay. There's plenty of other Mortys, but we're gonna have to kill you. Morty.
It helps because you're always drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like burp too. Apparently, that's how he does it too. He actually like drinks to produce the burps, either like light beer or soda.
Yeah, there is the one where he was.
I thought he was just always drunk on this set.
Oh, no, he's not always drunk. I think like he has been like tipsy or something. But there was an episode in season 3, can't remember which one. It might have been the Vindicators episode actually, where he's doing the drunk shit like on the video camera, where he did get shit faced like in the studio. He got absolutely hammered.
Yeah, did you see that video where he was like, "I need another shot," and they're like, "No, like after you finish." Yeah, is that the one?
Yep. That was not every day, bro.
It's every day, bro, with this Snyder-Collin flow. Oh, do you know that song, Raphael?
I don't.
Oh, it's a great song.
It's by Jake Paul.
It's called "It's Every Day, Bro."
Oh, that's why I don't know it.
Yep, it's because it's terrible.
It's made by Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Basically. So, back to my deep analysis of why the Rick and Morty fan base is quote-unquote
vape
shit.
Again, Raphael. Vape again. I need more laser. More laser in this bitch. Oh, wow. That's so neat. I'm a sucker for some lasers, guys. Oh my god. I need to get a snap of this at some point. We'll go ahead and do it now. Anyway, follow on with your deep analysis.
So you know how like Rick is like, oh, everything's pointless, nothing matters. I feel like some people, they like watch that and they're like, oh, he's so right, and like they really love the show and stuff. So then like if someone like says, oh, I don't really like Rick and Morty, then like they might just be like, oh, well, you don't get it because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like that could happen, you know?
Yeah, I remember they had one argument about something where someone was like, yeah, you don't even have a high enough IQ to fully understand Rick and Morty.
Yeah, see, exactly. So that type of stuff could happen. And I think that's a big thing, like against the backlash of the fans.
I like the deeper meaning to the show, though.
No, I do too. I just mean like some people might take it too far.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Because that's an easy defense mechanism for when someone says like they hate something you like, especially online. You know, when people comment just like, oh, most overrated show ever. Then someone can comment and just be like, oh, you just don't get it because you're not smart.
The same thing kind of happened with Batman versus Superman a lot, too. You saw that argument.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, by people who like the movie and don't like that you didn't like the movie and are like, oh, you just didn't get it. It's like, no, I got it. I understood. It was just not well done. Like,
I was really excited for that movie until you guys gave me your thoughts on it, and I was like, yeah, you know, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Last night, Brooke said she watched it, and she was like, it was okay. It was kind of rushed.
And you know what? That movie is rushed. And
yeah,
it's a long movie, though. It's too long to be rushed.
She was like, yeah, I liked it.
But you guys might give me some criticism for this, but I thought Christian Bale was a good Batman.
Oh, I think Christian Bale's a fine Batman.
Yeah, me too.
He's good. Yeah.
I think most people would agree, except for Vicky.
Yeah, apparently Vicky hates him.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. We need to have Vicky on the podcast
Yeah,
as
we
well.
should.
That'd be fun.
She can talk up a storm about comics, like comic book movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, she knows things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like Raphael knows things.
Christian Bale, I thought he was just okay. I feel like the movies were like what was good, and like he was just kind of in them. Like he didn't really like elevate anything in it. Unlike Heath Ledger as the Joker, where his performance really like that's what people remember specifically about the Dark Knight is him. But for the Batman movies, they're just kind of like, yeah, he does his job well.
Yeah,
he's not bad, but he's not like amazing. Do you think Batman Begins sucks?
I think Batman Begins is the best one of the trilogy.
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do. I know that's a hot take, and I understand, but I just love Batman Begins. I love it.
Is that when he was like, Rachel?
Yeah. Wait. He does it in The Dark Knight, too. But he does... That is the one you're thinking of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where he's like, stay with me, Rachel, you're on heroin. Presumably. But, I just like it. It's a great origin story. You know, it has that great scene in it. What if I just left it there?
I think The Dark Knight's way better.
I just
Fuck you.
I was big into Batman, but not until like the whole like Damian Wayne and the Robin stories. But I didn't know that Damian Wayne was also trained by Ra's al Ghul in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so weird.
Is Ra's al Ghul like Liam Neeson in the comics, or is
he's Liam Neeson in the comic books.
Good. I just wanted to make sure.
Liam Neeson, the actor, is actually played by Ra's al Ghul. Like it's like Taken. The Taken movies exist in the DC Comics universe, but they're played by Ra's al Ghul.
I will stand with an iron fist that Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire is a better origin story movie than Batman Begins.
I mean, I don't know if I would disagree with you.
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't think I would. I do not think I would. But I think that Batman Begins is a great origin story. They can both be great. That's what you don't understand.
I only saw Batman Begins once, and that was like a week before The Dark Knight came out.
Wow.
You were really late then, Collin, because that came out in 2006, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2005? 2008?
2005.
Wait, Batman Begins or Dark Knight?
Begins
Begins
2005.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, I was a bit late because I wasn't really into Batman too much, but then The Dark Knight was coming out, and I was like, this looks fucking cool.
I remember I really wanted to see The Dark Knight in theaters, but my mom, she was really protective over me, and after the shooting happened in Colorado, she was like, no, you cannot go see that in theaters.
You know what? Understandably so. That was pretty terrifying.
Well, that was for Dark Knight Rises. That's when there's the shooting, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Man. That was awful. Was it Aurora, Colorado?
Yeah.
Man, that's terrible.
But it's okay. When the Blu-ray came out, we went on ahead and got that, and
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed the movie.
This is great. These questions that as they go down just get worse and worse. Like as far as like quality of questions, they're one of the questions is just America.
That's it.
That's it.
Just America.
America, mother or father,
What? Like,
coffee.
I don't drink coffee,
Me either.
so I guess that's a no.
How do you like your steak cooked? Both of you.
I guess medium well.
They say medium well.
Medium.
For burgers, I prefer to have it well done, but I know for a steak, you're supposed to have it pink.
You prefer a well done burger?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, they're not like burnt or anything. Just I don't want any pink in it.
Unless Casey's making it.
Unless Casey's making it.
Then you're like, fry it. Just fry it for me, please.
I mean, I don't want it like burnt. I just don't prefer to have any like pink in it. And if
True.
if the burger meat is like good, it's gonna be juicy either way.
I would say a well done burger kind of typically cooks
It's a
all
little-
the juice out.
Yeah, I'd say because your
Really?
juice is really from the meat
From the
being
meat?
pink.
I don't know. I don't.
Medium is a really good way to get a burger cooked if you know how to cook a burger. Otherwise, mid-well is a safe way to go. Like Dom, I would have. I know he can cook a medium burger. Like, know for a fact he'd be able to do it.
We'll see. When Charlie cooks my burger, I'm pretty sure it is medium because it's still pink, and I'm like, this is good. But if it's like at Whataburger or something, and it's those
They always
thin
cook
Okay,
it
they
as
patties-
always
well.
come
Yeah.
well done.
Well, no, I've had them like when they weren't. Like, and if
Mm.
it's pink, then I'm like, nah.
No,
I
I
don't
wouldn't.
want to eat that when it's like a really thin patty. I feel like it's not supposed to be that way.
No, I would never I would never eat anything pink from a fast food place.
Yeah.
God, I love Whataburger.
McDonald's burgers do best fucking burgers you can get.
Really?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Whataburger on that one. As
Yeah,
far
I
as,
know.
as far as, like, fast food.
I was joking. No,
Okay,
no one,
alright.
no one actually says that.
I was worried, man. Didn't you say that on the last podcast too? And I didn't catch it.
It was in
there.
the video that David made. We're in the car, and I'm just like, dude, McDonald's burgers, best burgers you can buy.
What's the go-to thing from Whataburger? Like, what's the go-to off the menu?
Oh, the double. The
The
double
double.
meat Whataburger.
The patty melt.
Plain and dry.
I'm glad you said the patty melt because I've heard a lot of people say, oh, the patty melt's the best thing on there. But I got one the other day and I didn't see the hype around it.
The patty melt.
I don't really like the bread.
You don't like the Texas toast?
No, I prefer just the regular sandwich bun.
Really? I'm the opposite, dude. I go the Texas toast.
You know-
Snyder's a meat and cheese type
yeah,
of guy.
I
So
am.
I think that says a lot about his character.
I am, but I'll tell you, Raphael, that question that you're asking, it depends on the time of day you're at Whataburger. Because if you're at Whataburger at a time that is morning to night, like deep night, basically morning, honey butter chicken biscuit.
That is true. Garbark
honey
got me on
butter
it.
chicken biscuit.
Yeah, that is
Garbark got
that
it
is
on you?
standard.
That's about the only thing Garbark does, am I right?
He actually told me honey butter chicken biscuit with extra honey.
Really?
Yeah, and like I told him
That
that, and they
motherfucker.
gave me this giant tub of honey.
He's like, dude,
Oh, he
dip it,
brings Tupelo honey with him, and like he's like, "Oh, this is the way to do it right here."
dip it in Boom Boom sauce.
Do they have boom boom sauce there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, like from where we work. yeah,
Yes. Yes.
R.A.P. Garbark.
Yeah, boy, he just doesn't work at where we work anymore, does he?
Yeah, at Hungry Howie's. Oops, I mean Subway. We work at a Subway.
We don't work at a Subway.
We're servers at a Subway.
Yeah, we're the only Subway in ever that has servers, and boy, are we bad at our jobs.
Damn, I don't know if we still wanted to keep talking about fast food, but Sulema was watching this video last night and she showed it to me of the fanciest McDonald's in the world, and there's a McDonald's in Hong Kong, where it's like a 5-star restaurant, and
I would love to go to that.
no, just their burgers and everything. They're like, it looks almost like a Red Robin burger, but they
Damn.
use McDonald's sauce, like the Big Mac sauce, sesame, like all of that, and yeah, I'd eat at that McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
I would go just to say like I went to that one. Like that's probably cool, you know? That's neat.
I know there's like a cool retro style McDonald's in Chicago.
Like one of like the really old ones, like
It at least
the Golden Arch ones.
Yeah, it at least looks like one of those with like the arches.
So have the playground in there.
I don't think so. But a funny story about the playgrounds and the McDonald's. I don't remember this at all. But apparently one time when I was little, like maybe 3 or 4, I like went up into one of them and like I wouldn't come down. I went up to the top of like the jungle gym and I wouldn't come down. My mom was like, Collin, we have to go. And I was like, I'm not coming down from here. So she had to like send in another kid to like retrieve me and try to get me to come down.
My dad was the type of parent where he's like, I will come up there and get you, but if I do, I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of all these people.
Shit. Yeah, Chicago does have a pretty cool. It's not like the exact model of the typical old style golden arches, but it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It looks like this. The old McDonald's looks so cool. Have you ever seen these, Raphael?
I haven't. Those look
These
pretty neat.
like, yeah, they're pretty cool. Like that. That's like the typical what it looked like
Back in the day.
Founder. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I haven't even been there. You want to know how I know about this? Just from looking at it from like the John Hancock skyscraper building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I'd see it and it would be like this big. And I'd just be like, "Oh, look at that McDonald's." Never actually went there, just looking down on it from a massive skyscraper.
I bet it's cool.
Dude, it is. Being up that high, it's pretty crazy.
When did you go to Chicago?
Last time I was there, technically it was 2014, but we didn't actually go to Chicago. We just flew into Chicago, and before that, like, good 9 years ago, 8 years ago.
Even from the air, you could see that McDonald's.
Yeah.
You were like, there it is.
Yeah, and I knew it was a McDonald's because of the arch.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it goes back to the founder, where they just like the arches.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good movie to watch, Raphael. The Founder.
The Founder.
Yeah, it's about the guy, what is his name? Fucking Bob Kane? No. What's his name?
Jack Kirby?
No. Not quite.
I don't know his name. It's the guy who like
Kroc. Ray Kroc.
He discovered McDonald's and
Yeah.
like saw the potential and like it takes place in like the 50s. It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
It's Michael Keaton. Famous for Batman.
And Birdman.
The OG.
Spotlight.
Yeah, he's also in Birdman and Spotlight.
And
take
Jack
you into
Frost.
The origin stories of McDonald's.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does kind of, yeah, because it's like, hey, like, McDonald's existed, and then this dickhead came in and was like, hey, let's franchise it. And they were like, let's not. Then he was like, nah, let's do it. So they did it. And then he made these restaurants that looked like that. And then they put them everywhere. And then they got famous, and then made a bunch of money. Then he basically was like, hey, you guys created McDonald's? Well, fuck you. Get out of here. I'm the founder now.
They have like this system of like how the restaurant needs to work, and it's like like a crew of like 20 guys, if that, and they're all just like it's like a well-oiled machine, so that like your burger is just like ready. And I love how back then it's just like, you want a burger, here it is.
Yeah,
like you don't want pickles on it? Nope. Here's your burger. It is. Love the scene where like other people are starting to franchise McDonald's, and he comes up to him on the golf course with the burger, and he's like, "What is this? Lettuce?" And I'm just like, hey, I like lettuce on my burger.
Have you guys seen those old Wendy's commercials where they're like, where's the beef?
Oh, yeah, the old lady who couldn't find the beef. Where's the beef? Yeah, it was like huge. I think Reagan quoted it in one of his like speeches. He was like, hey, where is that beef? It's here in America.
It's morning time in America. You ever heard that political ad for Reagan? It's an amazing, it's a great ad. It's probably the reason why he got reelected, because he had a very good first term. You know, his first 4 years was great, and it's like that very, like, the midtones are very shifted up, and it's a sunrise into America, and it's like, well, it's morning time in America. It's like the workers are working, the cows are cowing on, we're making money. Things are great.
Kids are on their way to school.
Yep. Korea. They just say Korea. Not really. It's morning time.
If we were living in the 80s, I think Jacob would be super into Reagan. He'd be wearing a suit right now. He would not have long hair. He would not have a beard. He'd be like clean cut.
He'd have a skin fade.
Fuck you.
He would basically be Michael J. Fox in Family Ties. That's what that show was about.
Yeah.
About hippie parents who have like a Reaganomics kid. What do I know about Reaganomics? I'm just a millennial.
Do you even know what Reaganomics is?
No. But I know how to use it in a sentence to sound smart. I don't know. Like,
It's not a super complicated plan.
I don't know.
They talk about it
I
like
don't
it's
know the
crazy.
simple. Like,
Here.
I don't know. What
Listen up,
shit
boys.
is.
Listen up.
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates at about half the record highs of
The audio
1980,
shit.
Yeah, it is.
nearly 2,000 families today will buy new homes, more than at any time in the past 4 years. This afternoon, 6,500 young men and women will be married. And with inflation at less than half of what it was just 4 years ago, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
I know who I'm voting for.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have never seen an older president.
Political ad?
Yeah, a political ad.
You know what? There are some really old political ads out there that you would be hard pressed to find like political ads today that are as bad as that. Like not like political ads today are more like attacking, but like the things they put in ads back then were fucking crazy. Like there's one about
We Like Ike. Don't you? That's the best one ever. I Like Ike.
Yeah. There's the one where it's like the girl in the field. She's in the field and she's picking flowers.
Yeah, the
you
bomb.
know, yes.
Yeah.
She's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like 1, and then you hear like a bomb, and it's a nuke. It's insane. All right, let's look that up. Nuclear bomb.
That's a pretty like infamous one. We watched it in school actually.
Nuclear bomb political.
Who was it like for? Like whose campaign?
I can't remember. It might have just been to scare children.
Probably was. Yeah, hit that vape. Blow those clouds. It's like a sky practically. What are you doing?
I'm finding this.
But yeah, Colin, you remember the only bringing back to when we were talking about how your shirt came with your Blu-ray copy of It.
Yeah.
The only shirt I've ever had that came with a movie was, remember when Family Guy did the whole big Star Wars?
I had
parody?
I had one of those too.
I begged my mom to buy me the box set with the 3D glasses and the pictures, and it came with the T-shirt.
Which one was it? Mine was for Blue Harvest.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the first one.
Was it an extra large? And
yeah,
the shirt was huge.
Yeah, I had that. Wear this.
I had that same shirt. I wore it at night, but dude, I remember it just being giant on me and kind of disappointed.
Me too. I just slept in. I'm like, I can't wear this anywhere.
I can't wear this in public. You know, Family Guy used to be pretty funny, especially back when you were like in middle school. You know, Family Guy was like, thought it was the most like genius shit ever.
I remember. All right, let's listen up, boys.
I don't know anyone who still currently watches like new Family Guy.
I have them set to DVR. If there's
you
ever
do?
nothing on,
Yeah.
I'll watch them.
I haven't been up with Family Guy in forever.
It's not the same.
No, and yeah, definitely not. Oh no. What's going on?
Isn't this
What
insane?
are the stakes? To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
Well,
It's
fuck.
kind of funny that the GoPro is turning off at the same time. I think I left that rolling.
You did the whole time. I noticed that.
Wow.
Really?
Wow, we basically have a video podcast on accident.
I
Wow.
kept looking over there. I was wondering.
Hey
I
guys,
was like,
how's it going? Today I'm going to show you.
I was like, damn. Does Jacob always record the podcast?
No, I just didn't mean to. Whoops. It's like hot now too.
It's about to explode.
You have no more memory on your SD card in there.
I'll still have memory, but my battery's pretty low. I have 64 gigs of memory on this thing. I hope it's good for an hour.
Every time I see GoPros, they just make me a little sick because we have a neighbor who had got a motorcycle and we had the GoPro 3, I think, when they first came out.
That's the 3 Plus. It's pretty old GoPro. So
But yeah, it was newer at the time, and we lent it out to my neighbor, and I think he went down to Miami or something on his motorcycle. And when he came back, he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I broke your GoPro." I guess
Wow.
it fell off his helmet and it got ran over by something and it was just shattered in pieces. And he's like, "Oh no, don't worry, I'll buy you a new one." And just months go by. I'm like, "Dude, where's my GoPro?" And he brings us this little knockoff piece of shit camera
What?
that is not a GoPro. And I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Oh man, that's your camera." I was like, "No, it's not." And my dad's like, "Oh, just leave it be." And so yeah, it works. But it wasn't my GoPro. It wasn't what he broke.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
I would
Yeah.
be pissed. Oh
And
my god.
I
I don't
had-
even know what I'd do.
I didn't even take my footage off of there from when I had went to Idaho at the time. I had a bunch of leftover like snowboarding clips.
Is this pretty recent?
It was about 2 years ago. Yeah, it was after my first time I went to Idaho. Yeah, so
Damn.
2 years ago.
Where you're like, I had precious memories on there, you fuck.
I did.
That sucks, man.
Is he kind of like a shady guy? Like, are you?
No, I
like,
mean, but what also pissed me off was he went and bought himself a really nice camera and that shitty camera at the same time. So I was like, dude, you couldn't have spent the extra, $50-$60 to replace my GoPro.
how much are GoPros?
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I think at the time, like the GoPro 3 was still around like $300-$400, somewhere around there.
No, yeah, so definitely a little investment for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually, that GoPro used to be Garen's.
really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did he just give it to you?
I bought it from him.
Oh,
It was
Oh.
fun. I thought it'd be cool to get a GoPro. Yeah.
well,
And here I am. We're reaching that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we are.
We've done an entire episode of this fucking thing.
Have we really?
Yeah, we're at the 2-hour mark.
We are at the 2-hour mark.
So next week, I believe we're going to be reviewing Black Panther.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, when are you guys going to see that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going on Thursday with Alex.
I'll probably see it on Monday before we do the podcast.
Yeah, I'll go and watch it with you again too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
So, yeah.
we could do both stuff. What?
That's one thing about doing the podcast on Monday. Worst case scenario is if we're reviewing a new movie, I'll just go see it on Monday before the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be fun. All right. Well, thank you for joining us this week, Raphael. I
Oh,
really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. It was my pleasure. It was, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely,
Of
sir.
course, we'll have to have you back on again.
Of course. Where can we find you, Raphael? As
Oh,
far
no,
as like social media.
I can plug myself here.
Of course, yes.
Well, I stream sometimes on twitch.tv/shadow__ace. I stream DBZ sometimes, or if I'm just hanging out. And then, yeah, that's really about it.
Sweet. All right. Collin, where are you in the world?
You can add me on Facebook if you want. Add me on Snapchat at Collin K. Goody.
I hear you have a new YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do. It's called Collin After Hours. I haven't uploaded anything yet, but Jacob, you can put a link in the description. And
Yeah, I'll throw him a link.
it's basically a solo side podcast. Essentially, maybe one day I'll make other videos, but I bought a Yeti mic to record music, and I figured, I might as well use it to like upload other things to YouTube. So yeah, Collin After Hours. Doesn't have anything on it yet, but it will. It will.
Go check them out, guys.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll link you guys to it. It's probably the only way you can get at the channel since there's no uploads yet. But
Yeah.
no worries. When there are, it'll be searchable. I made your channel art, so
Yes.
you know.
And besides like talking about movies and other stuff, I might try to like review some music.
Yeah.
Some like talk about some of my favorite albums.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Like, maybe a little Glassjaw, a little Mr. Bungle,
Mhm.
some Dillinger Escape Plan, the type of bands where like I just don't know anyone who listens to
You
them.
should review some Nickelback, Collin.
Some Nickelback. Oh God, I saw something horrible on Facebook yesterday, but I am not sharing it on the podcast. And
No?
with that, it's in really bad taste.
Fair enough.
So with that being said, thanks for listening to us.
I still have plugs.
I know. I'm just saying like my farewells. I'm about
Oh.
to take off my headphones and like stretch my back. So
All right. Well,
peace
you can-
out,
you can-
everyone.
You can find me at Jacob's Wetsuit on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, FPP Creative. If you want to have any questions answered on the show, like Alex's question was answered earlier on the show today, you can email the show at fppcreative@gmail.com. And obviously, we have our Facebook shit. Everything's in the description down below, whether you're watching on YouTube, Libsyn, anywhere. Thank you guys for listening so much. Raphael, thank you for coming
Thanks
again,
for having
man.
me on, guys.
Absolutely. Alrighty, and with that, we'll see you guys next week.
Laters.
Adios.